On tonight's Fayette Prep Rally, the Region 3 basketball tournament is underway as the local teams battle it out for a spot in the state playoffs. The Whitewater ladies opened up with Jones County without a major cog in their game plan, but could the Lady Cats overcome and advance? On the boys' side, Starr's Mill had their hands full with the high-tempo Dutchtown Bulldogs. Could the Panthers break the press and shoot their way to the next round? Plus, we recap all the other first-round action from the Region 3 tournament and check in on the Sandy Creek boys and girls. If you missed the games live, don't get mad because we have you covered on this week's Fayette Prep Rally, and it starts in just 30 seconds.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better.
Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
Comcast presents your source for Fayette County High School sports. This is Fayette Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Fayette Prep Rally, your weekly high school sports program featuring the very best Fayette County high school action. I'm Chase Watson, joined by Nathan Shutter year-round on Comcast Channel 25. Catch us here weeknights at 6, 8, and 10. And Nathan, the Region 3 basketball tournament is in full swing as we get to our keys to the weekend, with the Lady Cats season coming to a close.
Tough loss for Whitewater. They fall to Jones County 28-23 in the first round of the Region 3 tournament. They finish up the season with an 11-14 record.
And the Panthers can't pull off the upset.
Nope, Starr's Mill falls to Dutchtown 58-47 in the first round of the Region 3 tournament. Their season is now over. They finished 9-15.
And Wiggins makes an early decision.
Yeah, National Signing Day was a couple weeks ago, but a junior defensive back, Shaquille Wiggins from Sandy Creek, has already made his choice for next year. He picked the Georgia Bulldogs, so he'll be heading to Athens after his senior year, of course, next year.
Keeping them in state. You got to like that. Well, let's get to the highlights, and the Starr's Mill Panthers would need a perfect performance to pull the upset, taking on a very good Dutchtown squad in round one of the region tournament. Nathan Bates grabs the loose ball on the first. He puts it up and in for the first points of the game. Starr's Mill with a quick 2-0 lead in this one. Dutchtown would answer, though. Freddie Thomas gets some nice penetration, throws up the pretty right-handed floater, and gets it to fall. Bulldogs up 4-2 early on.
Donovan Jones picks off the pass and takes it back the other way, finishing with a smooth two-handed jam to make it a 10-6 Dutchtown game.
Starr's Mill's going to push the pace. Matt Walsh throws the Hail Mary up court to Bates. He sends it back to Chandler Barnes, who finishes it off, cutting the lead to 5. But the Bulldogs come right back. Montrez Mitz speeds by the defense and gets the pretty layup to go, moving the lead back to 7.
Then Freddie Thomas fires the slick pass down to Rob Ashcroft on the block. He gets the high percentage shot to fall. Dutchtown now up 29-16.
Andre Reed fakes the three and takes it to the rack, getting the acrobatic left-hander to somehow go in. The Bulldogs were clicking in the third. Panthers trying to come alive in the third. Bates gets the block. Jason Leonard grabs it, tosses it up to a streaking Randon Ruff, who puts it home, making it 38-22 Dutchtown lead.
And then Bates gets it to Cole Griffith in the post. He gets the turnaround fadeaway jumper to work for him, and the lead was cut to 11.
But Dutchtown was just too much for the Panthers to handle. Donovan Jones drains another three-pointer, and the Bulldogs cruise to the win, 58-47. Now, Nathan, how was Dutchtown able to just shut down Starr's Mill in this one?
I think it was just the length, the speed, the overall athleticism of Dutchtown. Gave Starr's Mill a ton of fits, especially the defensive pressure Dutchtown put on them. Forced a lot of turnovers. I just felt like Starr's Mill never got into the offensive rhythm that they needed to kind of hang around with Dutchtown. And Dutchtown was doing it on the offensive end as well. So that's a killer combination to win a basketball game. Dutchtown got it done. Starr's Mill just fell a little bit short in this one.
I think that Dutchtown team has a shot to really go some places.
They're very good. They will cause some serious problems for teams heading in this region tournament.
Absolutely. Time now to recap other hoops action from the boys teams around Fayette County, and we start with the Whitewater Wildcats.
Yeah, the Whitewater boys get a big win in the first round of the Region 3 tournament. They defeat Olaf 55-43. Their next game will be against Alcovy, the top seed from Sub-Region A. Alcovy is 22-3 on the season and have won 13 straight games. The winner will clinch the state tournament spot. A tough game for Whitewater. They will definitely have to have a great game to pull the upset in that one.
How about the McIntosh men?
Oh, a little too tough, a lot tougher than I was expecting it to be. They do win, though, defeat Union Grove 48-47. In the first round of the Region 3 tournament, Mike Williams led the way with 23 points, hit a clutch 3 and both free throws late in the game to seal the victory. Union Grove came into the game with only 1 win all season, so a lot tougher of a game than McIntosh was probably expecting in this one.
How about Sandy Creek?
Yeah, they defeat Stockbridge 43-37 and Southwest Atlanta Christian 48-46 to close out their regular season. Their next game will be the first round of the Region 4 AAA tournament. They will take on Henry County. They split the season series with Henry County. If they win this game, they clinch a state tournament berth. It will not be an easy task. Henry County, a very good team. Should be a fun game between those two.
Now, all 3 of those teams are just 1 win away from the state tournament. So who's getting in?
Well, none of them have an easy task, that's for sure. All 3 have very tough opponents to face off against. You have Whitewater taking on Alcovy, a top 10 team. They're on a roll right now. Very good team. That's going to be a very difficult game for Whitewater. McIntosh is going to have to face that Dutchtown squad. Very athletic, very good at pressing, good defensively. And then Sandy Creek playing Henry County. They split the season series. Yeah, so I think it's anybody's ball game in that one. I think Sandy Creek probably has the best chance of advancing. I like McIntosh chances as well. Whitewater, I don't know if they're going to have enough to knock off Alcovy, but hey, that's why you play the game.
Now Alcovy's tough, but we're rooting for them.
That's right.
More highlights now as we check in on the ladies' Region 3 tournament. Whitewater facing off against Jones County in their opening round matchup. Winner will take on Fayette County. Whitewater will strike first. Carrie Chambers over to Peyton Roth. She dribbles in, pulls up for the straightaway jumper to give the Wildcats a 2-0 lead. Then some nice perimeter ball movement by the Lady Cats leads to an uncontested Brittany Caravitas 3 from the corner. Whitewater up 7-2 after 1.
Second quarter, Lady Wildcats looking to maintain their lead. Roth will pump fake the 3 and drive all the way to the basket for the hoop and the harm. Whitewater up by 5.
Jones County will step up the defensive pressure, but the Lady Cats do a nice job breaking the press, and Abby Scheimer's left all alone for the easy deuce. Whitewater up by 4 at the break. Second half, and the Greyhounds will come out on fire. Siobhan Lloyd to an open Keona Roberts, and she buries the corner 3 to put Jones County up by 1.
Back comes Whitewater. Sophia Kiangozi down low to Peyton Roth, and she lays it in for 2. But Whitewater trails 17-14 through 3 quarters of action.
Jones County looking to pull away in the 4th. Jessica Solomon to Jasmine Burse, and she makes it rain from the corner to give the Lady Greyhounds an 8-point lead. Whitewater would not go away. Roth finds Chambers wide open in the paint. She banks it home to cut the lead to 24-18. But Jones County would hang on in the end. The ball pops free from Lloyd, but Roberts is there to pick it up and deposit in the hoop for the Greyhounds as Whitewater's season comes to an end by a final of 28-23. So what happened to the Lady Wildcats in this one?
Well, I think not having Jada Coggins really hurt them. When you lose a starter this late in the season, she had that knee injury a couple weeks ago against Starr's Mill, kept her from playing in this game. I think that really messed them up offensively, and she's a very important part of the offense and defense for that matter. So not having her really hurt. I feel like offensively they did pretty good in the first half, kind of controlling the tempo of the game, had a lot of possession, and they were knocking down shots at the end of those possessions. Second half, they went on drought, so they couldn't get anything in the basket, kind of struggled a little bit on the offensive end. Jones County took advantage of it, knocked down some threes. It was a low-scoring game. Both defenses definitely clamped down, but in the end, Jones County just hit too many shots there in the second half.
Yeah, you really hate to see a team's season come to an end without their big player out there.
Yeah, it's tough, but injuries happen.
It happens. Time now to recap other hoops action from the lady squads here in Fayette County, and we begin with the Starr's Mill Lady Panthers.
Big first-round win for the Lady Panthers, defeating Olaf 41-34 in overtime. Katie Wilson scored 18 points. Alex Pitts had 12 points. Their next game is going to be against Woodland. Woodland is 20-7 on the season. Lady Panthers have won 3 in a row, 1 more to clinch a state tournament berth, which would be great for that very young program.
And the McIntosh ladies.
They defeat Union Grove 63-28 in the first round of the Region 3 tournament. A pretty easy win there for the Lady Chiefs. Gabby Seiler led the way with 24 points and 8 assists, while Cassidy Williams added 12 and 7. Their next game will be against Dutchtown, who is 19-7 on the season. They're looking to clinch that state tournament berth for again this season.
And what about Sandy Creek?
They finished up the regular season by knocking off Stockbridge 42-24. They did lose to Southwest Atlanta Christian 52-45. That snapped an 8-game winning streak for the Lady Patriots, but it was a non-region game, so not that big of a deal. They finished 15-1 with the region record. They're the number 2 seed because they were tied with Drew and split the season series. They had to win a coin flip, which they did not. So unfortunately, they're the number 2 seed because the coin didn't flip their way.
That's never fun to lose like that.
It's kind of ridiculous, but hey.
Yeah. Now, out of those 3 teams, which one has the easiest path to the state tourney?
Definitely Sandy Creek. They're going to play Stockbridge in the first round, a team that they've beaten twice already this season, and by wide margins at that. So they just need 1 win to get in the state tournament. McIntosh Starr's Mill only need 1 win as well. They face some tougher, stiffer competition, though. Sandy Creek, they're going to get the win against Stockbridge. The important thing for them is making it to that championship game, win or lose against Drew. They needed that number 1 or number 2 seed going to the state tournament. They learned their lesson last year, having to go on the road in the state tournament.
Well, we definitely have a good week of basketball coming up for us.
Definitely.
All right, that'll do it for this week. Catch us back here on Comcast Channel 25 next week for more game highlights and features. And be sure to like Fayette Prep Rally on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to see what's happening on the show. For Nathan Shutter, I'm Chase Watson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you under the lights.
Grab some wood there, bub.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are 2 different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.